All right. Hello, everyone. Okay, let's adjust this camera just a bit so you'll be able to see me afterwards. There. Okay. So, hello, everyone. Welcome to another Tango Movement Lab. And just little adjustments. There we go. Okay. And today we're going to do a little recap on the music of what we have explored so far. And my intention, my goal is to give you a set of tools that you can use to bring more freedom into your movement. Hello, hello. People waving. So some of these tools, some of you will find very extremely helpful. Some of them maybe not so helpful. And for each person, it will be a different experience. But sorry, but this is the intent to put it all together and to find the different tools that we can use to feel more free as we are dancing. So, with no further ado, let's introduce our first exercise. And these are only suggestions, let me say. Maybe you, as you're moving, you find a different movement that helps you more. So, of course, feel free to incorporate it into your work. So, okay, let's see. Still in the camera. All right. Well, maybe I need to adjust that one, but that's okay. We can still see my feet, which is the important part. So, all right. I want to suggest that we play with small steps, and big steps, going forward and back, or going side to side or side to side. Yes? So the idea is, and let's work with this idea together. Remember, we had worked on this in the past where we were exploring how one leg relates to this half of the pelvis and the other leg to the other half, and these two speak to each other through the front. So let's go with this little set of exercise. Let's do small steps to the side, small step, and feel, you can have your hands at the front of your pelvis, like where you would put your hands in your pockets, and feel how one leg speaks to the other, relates to the other through the front. Yes. Very gently touching, don't squeeze too much. Good. And now settle over your left leg, or whichever, it doesn't matter. And create a nice big projection and go. And usually what happens here is that we collect everything, like we block the movement here, but then that requires a lot of push. So what I want to suggest is that if you, with your hands here, allow for certain things to oscillate. So if you're here, instead of blocking everything, like so, and keeping everything very square, place your hands on the pelvis and just create this projection and allow for this half of the pelvis to be dedicated over the standing leg, and this half to be more with a free leg. And then you're going to notice that the belly button is turning that way, and that the upper body is turning more this way, and that there is also a little bit of a curve to all of this. And now that with this wiggly form, you have less of a push that you need to create. So let's go ahead and try this out. Let me turn this way so you can see all of that. So there is a little bit of a rotation, and there is a little bit of a wave, and there is a little bit of a wave this way as well. So I'm not going straight down like this. I'm sending the hips slightly back, tilting the body slightly forward. Okay, maybe one more on each side. Good. And as you are, go into small forward and small back steps. Keep the hands on the pelvis. Find the relationship between the two legs. Usually what we do is we tend to keep everything very still, like this. Try to avoid that. Try to avoid it. Find these waves, even in small steps. And feel that every time you're stepping, you're rooting in, and you have a counterbalancing energy going up, like this. Back, front. And the free hip is your little engine. Your little engine. Instead of going, dropping, dropping the hip, is your little engine goes zoom. So there is, let's see if we can find this little up and down. That gives a little bit of a wave in the body. Right? Good. Maybe one more. And now do big forward steps and big back steps. Here we go. Big and big and big and big and big. And see here too. Here's your little engine. Here's your little engine. Back and front and and back and front and back and front and back. And again here too, one hip dedicated, working one pelvic half, working with each pelvic half working with the appropriate leg. And change feet if you have it. And back and front and back and front and back. Okay, so we have, let me come close. So we have small steps, big steps to the front, to the back, to the side, focusing on the relationship of each pelvic half, which with its appropriate leg, and of the two legs of between each other, the relationship between the two legs. There we go. I'm losing. What am I talking about? Through the front of the pelvis. Okay. I'll take that as a yes. So let's go. Yes. And today, like promised, we're going to be using music that is the songs with women singers. So most of the ladies that you're going to hear, this is a very short list, but they're a few of the very big names in tango, even though we don't really hear them in milongas. Okay, let's go. Explore.
vida se va y no vuelve. Escucha este consejo. Si un bacán te promete acomodar, entra derecho viejo. Pasan los días, pasan los años, es fugaz la alegría. No penses en dolor ni en virtud, viví tu juventud. Yo quiero, muchacha, que al fin mostré la hilacha y al niño recuerdo le dé un golpe de hacha. Decí pa' que quieres llorar un amor y morir tal vez de desesperanza. No regues la flor de un sueño infeliz, porque a lo mejor la suerte te alcanza si te decidís. Se va la vida, se va y no vuelve. Escucha este consejo. Si un bacán te promete acomodar, entra derecho viejo. Se va la vida, ¿quién la detiene? Si ni Dios la sujeta. Lo mejor es vivirla y largar las penas arrogas.
All right. Different, right? Quite different. Okay. So let's add on to our explorations and we had also looked at the front line of the body, connecting the lower part, the lower diamond, that's called the xiphoid of the sternum, and all along the front, connecting to the middle of our pelvis, the pubic symphysis. And we were looking at this line, while at the same time we were finding support for the spine through the muscles and the ligaments that run in at the front of the spine, so internal. So it's this whole space. Imagine this weird circle that creates this whole space of what we call core that we're looking at. And I want to suggest that we keep the first element, small and big steps, but we add on rebounds that are linear and rebounds that are in the cross. So you have rebound, 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 rebound. And we find this especially as we find how these lines change when we cross compared to when we are in line. Let's try this. Forward, side, back, cross. Forward, side, side, back, cross. One more time. Side, front, side, back, cross. And already here you can see that we are in a line, but this line comes in a wavy form and we end up going straight. Okay? And then if you're ready, from here you can go into traveling ochos, either to the front, let me get myself some space, either to the front or to the back. And here too, especially as you're gathering and you're finding this rotation, you want to find the timing, and you also want to find your little engine. So it's still here, what we were working on before. So make sure that you're not letting this hip drop because it's going to be a drag. Okay, and go. And you can have rebounds here, of course. You can play with a rebound, rebound, maybe pivot, maybe rebound, rebound, and pivot. Yeah? Okay. Exploring these lines. So let's see if we can get this to work. Maybe not. That's fine. Okay. All right, here we go. So add on, have the small and bigger steps, work with that as well. Only add on the rebounds and the twists. Let's go. That was Azucena Maizani, and I apologize if this is not the correct way. And now we're gonna go to Libertad Lamarque. Let's do this. Yeah. Okie dokie. There. And what's going on? It's interesting. Sorry about that. I'll have a little bit of trouble. Okay, there we go. Now it should play. Yeah.
Cuando salí de La Habana, válgame Dios, nadie me ha visto salir si no fui yo. Y una linda guachinanga, allá voy yo. Que se vino tras de mí, que sí señor. Y a tu ventana llega alguna paloma, trátala con cariño que es mi persona. Cuéntala tus amores bien de mi vida, corónala de flores que es cosa mía. Ay, chinita que sí, ay, que dame tu amor. Ay, que vente conmigo, chinita, a donde vivo yo. Ay, chinita que sí, ay, que dame tu amor. Ay, que vente conmigo, chinita, a donde vivo yo. No te he enseñado el cuadrilátero ya han decantado, que los austriacos van regalados al amor mío muy dibujado y el papelítico certificado de que la guerra ya ha terminado. Con 3 obreras me dan pegado y repegado, pegado.
Okay. All right. So let's add on, as you might have expected. So we had also, and if you have like a fake partner. This is the time to get closer to them. We had also worked with exaggerating this front line and exploring what that exaggeration brings out. So, and we had incorporated boleos. So let's find this. Now you had the opportunity to work with all these other stuff that can help you create nice big boleos without jeopardizing the security of the spine, the health of the spine. So let's start from here. Project. Create that relationship. Be mindful of the relationship between the two legs. Be mindful how one hip is moving with a free leg, one hip is moving with a standing leg, and when you're ready, lift that leg up. Come down. This is quite different from a swing because we want the leg to end up coming down. We don't want it to swing through. But it has a similar quality, and we're going to look at it in 1 second. Do one more. Good. Come back. Extend the back. Extend the leg at the back. Lift. Feel the end. You can't go any further because there's a bone there. And now we're going to bend into the front hip. But notice how the upper body adjusts. So avoid this. Instead, go for this. Last one. And release. Here we go. So to our song, we will add nice big projections. Big projections where you exaggerate these two lines that we were exploring before. Big projections. And we'll also include, if you like, linear boleos. Sorry for the squeakiness. Good. Maybe two more. Last one. Good. Settle. Let's find this on this side. Extend the leg. Bring it up. Find the end. Flex the front hip. Flex. You will be feeling your hamstrings and the glutes. Last one. Good, and release. We're also going to incorporate large or side to side, forward and backward ochos. So here is the opportunity to exaggerate these lines, being very mindful of how you create this rotation. So set up, have your weight over on the left, on the outside leg. Maybe you're not on your left foot. On the outside leg, inside leg is free. Inside. Turn, find your end. Don't push, but create a little bit of a side bend. And go. Step. Feel this line here. Let it be expressed. And pivot. And pivot. So this is the moment of, and this free leg is like your engine. Again. Good. One more time. And reverse into back. Back ochos. Again, this is your engine. Don't let it go. It will be a drag. And here you can add boleos. So we have the rotation and the kick. See which of these movements help you better explore these relationships. If one of them works better than the other, stick with that one. So maybe you don't feel comfortable doing boleos, for example. Stick with the more elongated, bigger, stick with a bigger ochos or with deeper projections, for example. Yes, you don't have to do all of these. Just tools to help you explore and feel that you're moving more freely and you're enjoying the movements. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's go to now I have to choose. Let's go for Nelly Omar. Nelly Omar. Oops. It's coming, I think.
Almacén del Paseo Colón, donde van los que tienen perdida la fe. Entre sombras de pena una noche encontré a un paisano sentado en oscuro rincón. Al mirarlo sentí una profunda emoción, porque en su alma un dolor secreto adiviné, y sentándome cerca a su lado le hablé, y él entonces me hizo esta fiel confesión. Ponga amigo atención, sabe que condición de varón el sufrir. La mujer que yo quería con todo mi corazón se me ha ido tras un sueño que no supo resistir, y aunque al irse mi alegría con su ausencia se llevó, no quisiera verla nunca, que en su triunfo sea feliz. Con la vida que ahora vive se cortó de un solo tajo con el filo del dolor. Pero inútil, no puedo, aunque quiera olvidar su recuerdo de ayer, que fue mi único amor. Para ella he de ser como el trébol de olor que perfuma el rencor que lo quiere arrancar. Y si acaso algún día quisiera otra vez a mi lado volver, yo la he de perdonar, que si a veces un hombre a otro puede enfrentar, se perdona cuando habla la voz del querer a cualquiera mujer.
All right. Okay, so this concludes our Tango Movement Lab for today, for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this is not Monday, it is Wednesday, but I sort of did this International Women's Day, expanded it a little bit. So we got to listen to some very known songs, well-known songs, but from a different singer, which, you know, we usually do not get to do that as often. Until next week, I hope you've got some tools to play with, to explore, and to find different things, find different relationships in the body, find freedom in the movement. So you have enough, hopefully you have enough tools to keep on moving until next Wednesday. And if you have any questions, as always, you can send me a message either on Facebook or leave a comment on YouTube, or better yet, join us at boutdance.com, where I will be sharing an extensive list of wonderful female singers, very well known in tango, but for whatever reason they don't make it to our milongas. And many other stuff that we're sharing every Friday. So if you're interested, please join us, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.